This is John, driver, Ford F-150. If I get back to the room before Paul does, I can take over the TV so he can't turn on pay-per-view while I'm right there in the room on the other bed. And so he can't keep looking over at me like either he's really glad I'm there, or like he wishes I weren't there so he could just go for it and not have to excuse himself. Run the shower for 10 minutes like I don't know what he's doing, and like the walls aren't paper thin. I guess he's trying to be polite though, which is good, and it's not like Trevor, who was always bringing hookers. Though he always called them girlfriends and offering to share them, which I guess was another way of trying to be polite. I know we all have needs, Jesus, I know that. Away from my wife for 6 months now, and all the local girls so hungry for something. I don't know, maybe something I have. There's this one waitress I like, because you can tell she's taking it, but not really taking it, you know? Like our small tips and dirty jokes aren't such insults, because she's stacking them up somewhere, turning them against us somehow. She's hot too, of course, but I could never cheat on Melissa. Maybe bring home some disease after all this, on top of everything else, me being gone for these 6 months. Gone I don't know how much longer, a while I think, because the whole reason we're here is that under all this nothing, there's a hell of a lot of shale. Marcellus, Utica. Heather, driver, Kia Soul. My feet are killing me. I couldn't move fast enough. It used to be mostly 2 tops, maybe a 4 if you're lucky. Now we're doing 6 at a time, pulling chairs from the back. You've got to watch these guys, though. They're nice enough, I guess. I mean, really, they're fine and nothing has happened. Just a comment or 2 here and there. They're just not from around here, you know? They're just not. They didn't know me in high school, they don't know my family, and I don't know theirs. I don't know where they all come from. Other states, other countries even. I don't know why. We still have a lot of people around here who would jump for those jobs. Even if they are dirty and loud, like I've heard. You know, my job is dirty and loud too. So's everybody's. Everybody who has one, that is. Sophia Elena, driver, Nissan Altima. My mother told me it is cold here. I thought Ohio is near West Virginia, and West Virginia is near Virginia, and this is in the south of the country. But now there's snow. I have called the woman at the real estate office, the woman who showed me the apartment in the fall. I have said that I don't know how to drive in the snow, and also that I do not have the clothes for cold weather. She has told me nothing, this woman. I think that she and I will not be friends. Her voice says to me, "Why did not my husband get this job? Why are you coming here?" Her voice laughs at me because of these questions. I think that this is not my fault, that the company believes an engineering degree is necessary in order to schedule the workers. I have this degree. If I'm not coming here, I'm working at the dam in Brazil. My mother prefers that. It is closer. She thinks that I will fall in love, stay here, even when 8 months is over. I do not see anything to love. I know there is shale under the snow, and gas inside the shale, and money to keep me here for 8 months. That is all. This is Julie, driver, Ford Taurus wagon. I'm showing apartments every day now. This one lady, she keeps calling me to complain about this and that. Her flight was delayed, and now there's a storm somewhere between Columbus and here. She's not used to driving in snow, and she doesn't have any sweaters. Listen, I'm not going to pick her up from the airport. And about the sweaters, I'm sure they have Google in South America, where she's from. She could have looked up our weather from there, especially if she's so brilliant that they have to import her from a whole other continent. All she is a scheduler. She schedules the workers. She must be damn good at it, is all I have to say. This is Ben, front seat passenger, Toyota Corolla. It's great no longer being the fat kid on the bus. I mean, I'm still the fat kid, but it's not as bad now that no one kicks my seat. Asks about my man boobs, which, okay, I know I have. I see myself too in the mirror, though sometimes I try not to. I don't know why Shauna drives me to school. She's like 3 years older than me, really cool. So yeah, I don't know why she'd want to hang out with me, much less give me rides to and from. Every single day, even when I have band practice. She sits in her car reading until I'm done. She asked my parents one evening. It was really businesslike, except it was embarrassing. She told them some of what had been going on, us-wise. My mom looked like she was the one who had been punched, spat on, called faggot, and oh yeah, asked about the man boobs. My dad wanted me to keep riding the bus to build character, but I think I have character enough already. Shauna and my mom worked it out. She comes a few minutes after my dad leaves for work, and she doesn't honk her horn or anything like that. She doesn't have to. I'm always ready to ride with Shauna. It's like this was always my seat, and she was always saving it for me. I'm going to do one more from Secret Rivers, and then a few short ones from what I hope will be my next chapbook. This is Shauna, driver, Toyota Corolla. I've been thinking a lot about how everything is connected. One time in geometry class, we had a sub who talked to us about Fibonacci numbers, fractals. A lot of people were like, whatever. But I took notes, looked it all up later at home. Sometimes I talk about it with Ben on the way to and from school. That's one reason I rescued him from the bus, because I knew he was someone I could talk to like that. I know things about Ben that he doesn't even know yet, because he's younger than me, but also because that's how I am. It's not always so great, because I can't turn it off, and there are times when I would like to. It would be nice to just go to the football game like everyone else, you know? Not think so much. Just be a kid, I guess. I don't know what I am now. I just turned 18, and a couple of girls in my class have babies already. And I swear one of them has like a 5-year-old. But do I feel like I could move out today, get a job, be a real person yet? Probably not. It's hard to imagine being somewhere else next year, either a couple of hours away or more like 7. We'll see how it all works out. My mom is still pushing hard for Belmont Tech or OU Zanesville, living at home. How so-and-so found that they saved a ton of money, it still felt like being at college, and then they didn't have all those loans. She and I both know that's not going to be me. I do think about Ben, what will happen when I'm not here to give him rides, keep him from getting picked on. But at least there's Skype, or we both got iPads for Christmas. Still not sure how we managed that. So now we have FaceTime too. I think, even though it's not like we'll ever get married or anything, we don't like each other like that Ben and I will always be in touch somehow. It's like how I've read that in the ground, under all the rock and stuff, there are secret rivers. And that's where our water comes from. We're like that. 2 secret rivers, side by side. And 3 very quick ones from the new chapbook that I have out at a few places. A couple rejections have come rolling back, so fingers crossed for better results than that. It's called 2 Cheeseburgers Scold Us in the Comments, Poems from a Boring Facebook Group. What it is there's a Facebook group that exists solely for people to post deliberately boring status updates. What I did over the course of several months is that I would go in on a particular day and time and sort of grab little phrases and assemble them together into a poem. And what kind of emerged was a voice that's a little bit paranoid, and there's a little bit of coded language going on, little notes that are written, and the meaning is somewhat unclear. So the first poem I'll read from that is, "This is a totally new concept. I don't know how long these ants have been in my mouthwash for. Not realizing what it was, I end up munching on large pieces. I have no pancake for later. I spent time looking for someone much different to make a cheeseburger with. His latest song is so funky, I'm a classy motherfucker. Parentheses, well, you had to know. I am neither happy nor sad. I'm in bed. I want potato salad." This one is, "I'm at the airport. You know those places that have 2 drive-through lanes? I typically use a big hammer to break my way through, piece by piece. There's a strange bug on my car, and I'm a Times New Roman kind of woman. Trying to get home from work and got stopped by a marathon. I have a buttload of hammers. I had to read these directions before I put my new chairs together. I want Chinese food. I love every single one of you. I like for my ice to melt just enough." And finally, "He only seems to rev it high. I alphabetized my DVDs, and now I feel like a fat ass. What are these dragonflies doing on my clown costume? I am walking home. There's a spaghetti strainer in the corner by the tub. This morning I went metal detecting, found this note on the ground. Random people whom I don't know picking up walnuts out of my yard. Some stray cat made 75 gallons of barbecue sauce last night. I appreciate the effort, eggnog. I came to sing karaoke. I think we should travel everywhere via hot air balloon, but I'm about to embark on a 90-minute train ride."